It is Election Day. Voters are at the polls across East Tennessee. Here in Knox County, voters are trying to decide who will be the next sheriff. 10 News reporter Andrew McClung is live at Sequoia Elementary. And Andrew, whoever wins tonight is going to be the next sheriff in Knox County.
Yeah, there is no independent candidates and there are no Democratic candidates. So whoever wins the election this evening will become the next sheriff here in Knox County. Just how important is it to win that first term? Well, the past 5 sheriffs in Knox County have all served that second term after winning their first term. So it's important to win this election because it potentially sets you up for 8 years in the top law enforcement seat in all of Knox County. And let's take a look at the candidates. The first one we'll take a look at is Mike Davis. He's kind of known as the outlier in this race. He did start his career early with the Knox County Sheriff's Office, but eventually moved over to the Drug Enforcement Agency, working on the narcotics side of things with drugs enforcement as well. Then the next candidate we will take a look at is a name a lot of people here in Knox County will remember, and that is Jimmy J.J. Jones. He is the former sheriff that served before current sheriff Tom Spangler, and again, he has a lot of experience in law enforcement. And we'll move to our next candidate, and that is Brent Gibson. He just retired from the Knox County Sheriff's Office within the last few years, where he also served as a commander, worked his way up the chain, working for over 20 years at the agency. And then the last candidate, who was the newest candidate into the race for this election, that is Chief David Amber, and he's the current chief of detectives at the Knox County Sheriff's Office, and he again has been serving at the Sheriff's Office for over 20 years. So a lot of candidates with a lot of experience, and I did speak to a lot of people that are working with this race, and they don't expect this race to be called early this evening. They expect this race could take up to a couple hours after the polls close before we figure out who the winner is. Reporting live here in Knox County, I'm Andrew McClung.
All right, Andrew, thank you for a look at that sheriff race. Now we want to bring in 10 News anchor Shay Smith. She is at the Gresham polling location in North Knoxville telling us about the mayoral race here in Knox County. Hey, Shay.
Hey, Katie, that's right. 3 Republicans are vying for the Knox County mayor's seat. Now, this would replace current Knox County Mayor Glenn Jacobs, and whichever Republican wins this race will then face off the Democratic candidate Bo Hawk. Now, the 3 Republicans currently in this race are Larson J., Betsy Henderson, and Kim Frazier. Now, all of them have obviously Republican priorities and similar priorities as well, but a little bit different ones. So Larson J's priorities include infrastructure, safety, fiscal responsibility, as well as excellence in education. Betsy Henderson's priorities include strong public safety, better roads, strengthening our schools, and she is a very staunch supporter in never raising taxes. That is something she has been very vocal about. Meanwhile, Kim Frazier's priorities are strong education and career pathways, mental and physical health, as well as community well-being, and similarly to Larson J's fiscal responsibility as well. Now, 2 of the 3 candidates graduated from the University of Tennessee, including Larson J. He is currently serving his second term in the Knox County at-large. As the at-large Knox County Commissioner, there we go. He also spent 15 years in the film and TV industry, and he also serves on multiple nonprofit boards. He is also the founder of the nonprofit Random Acts of Flowers. Now, Betsy Henderson is the second UT graduate in this race. She is serving her second term on the Knox County School Board, and she has been elected chair to that school board twice. Now, earlier in her career, she also worked in Washington, D.C. for former Congressman Jimmy Dunn. Now, Kim Frazier, she graduated from the University of Alabama in Huntsville, and she is the second at-large Knox County Commissioner along with Jay Larson. She has served as vice chair on the commission and also on the CAC committee. She also is the Parks and Recreation Board. She is a board member, and that was a mayoral appointment. Now, again, whichever one of these 3 Republicans will win this race will go on to face off against the Democratic candidate Bo Hawk. But again, all of the polling locations are going to be open until 8 p.m. tonight. You have to be standing in line at 8 p.m. You can still vote at 9 p.m. if that's how long the line takes you. But again, you have to be in line by 8 p.m. If you step in line at 8:01, unfortunately, you will not be able to vote. So definitely get there on time so you can go ahead and cast your ballot. For now, we'll send things back to you in the studio.
All right, Shay, thank you.